And if I'm a young master, what kind of person would be called a lord? Please tell me more about that noble story you didn't finish last time, sir. All right. Last time, we spoke of the era when the Beliad Tsar yet ruled, when the nobles were besotted with their balls and banquets. In those days, sociability was a currency most sought after. Such events not only exposed people to new knowledge, but also provided opportunities for, amongst other things, treasure and fine wine to be purchased. There were always some at the edges of this merrymaking who never danced, and they were more often not those here to find something special. Amongst such people were many whom one might call lords. Why do those social occasions you mentioned sound like some resale market? And why would it not? The attendees are the same old faces. Friends might be second-hand, dance partners too, and antiques likewise. And grand gestures are not necessarily needed to acquire treasure. One could bet on how many rounds it might take for a person to get drunk, and win an item from some collection for betting well. And what would that reward be? Who knows? People tend to see only what they wish to, and everyone names different prizes. However, the day prior, someone claimed that his ancestor had once attended the Deep Winter Cocktail Ball, quite the distant event, that. He then made a bet with a noble lord of the Fae who had little interest in the party, wagering that a dancer would get drunk before they had emptied their 5th cup. He won, and thus obtained a gem from said noble lord, who rather admired those of keen intellect. As he spoke, Flins gestured for Illua to look at his palm. A brilliant ice-blue gemstone lay there. I'm guessing you just received this. What a fine piece of merchandise it is. Call me an overthinker, but I get the feeling that your pile of stories is being prepared for secondhand resale at some point. Dear me, no, I would not sell it for money, no matter how dire our organization's financial straits. In any case, I doubt it rates too high in your eyes, young master. If it were so valuable, would that noble truly have given it away? Or are you suggesting that the fine nobles of Snezhnaya were so high-minded that they would all accept defeat with grace? Hard to say, I fear, but a noble who valiantly honors their word could never have been too evil. Having said this much, Flins gestured toward the inside of the door. I really should bring that bucket over, young master. You look like the phantom of one who died of thirst.